Hey everybody, what is going on? Today another Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle. This one's going to be a versus Ferrothorn the Legend. I've battled him a few times in the past, and I have like 2 battles on my channel against him. I've also seen him battle a lot of bigger YouTubers, and I'm always pretty impressed when I have battles and see him battle, because he usually has a pretty good strategic element to his team. And when he added me on the Skype, he wanted to have a battle, and I was pretty excited about that because he's given me one of my most memorable matches, and that's for damn sure. So, I'm really bringing a lot of UUE things. Donphan, as of when this battle was taken, was OU. Now, of course, it's UU, which I do actually really like. And I think Kangaskhan was OU as well, but I don't know why it was OU back then when it lost its Kangaskhanite. But looking at his team, he's got a lot of huge threats. He's got Rotom Wash, Charizard X. It's definitely X. It's not Y. Nothing on his team benefits from Y. He's got Latios. He's got Aegis/Conch Elder. Just things that scared the living shit out of me, and I really don't want to deal with. So I lead off with Roserade. He leads off with Rotom Wash. I was figuring, alright, he's going to Volt Switch out. He's going to be like a Scarf lead maybe. But he hard switches, which tells me he's definitely not Scarf because he definitely would have Volt Switched to potentially have broken a Sash or anything. But I go for a Sludge Bomb. I kind of figure he's going to switch out, Volt Switching, so I might as well go for this. I do hit the Mandibuzz really damn hard with that. I was actually pretty impressed knowing that thing's a very bulky Pokemon. I'm guessing it's probably more physically defensive than anything else. But it still does a lot nonetheless. But I know he's probably going to knock off here because every Dark type or any Pokemon that gets knockoff runs knockoff. Figure I'll go out to Blastoise, and unless he was paying attention to me having items in the team preview or whatever, he knows I'm Mega Blastoise. And oh god, I feel like an idiot right here. I forgot to hit the Mega button because what I was doing was I was looking at my Pokemon because like, alright, he's going to go out to Rotom. Maybe I want to hard switch out into my Roserade. That'd be nice, but I figured I'll go for Toxic on Rotom because I know it's not Scarfed. It's probably a Resto Chesto one, and residual damage would be nice. And I forgot to hit the Mega, so that's what happens. I do manage to hit the Toxic, which is nice. Volt Switch is pretty obvious that it's incoming, though I am specially defensive, and with the special defense boost, when I Mega Evolve, I should be able to take it really nicely. I don't want to take it nonetheless because I want to keep Blastoise at a really nice amount of health because I figure Blastoise and Donphan are my key to victory here as a defensive core duo. So I go to Porygon 2 to take the Volt Switch. He Volt Switches out into Conch Elder. It was pretty obvious. And right here, my switch out is pretty obvious. So he goes for a knockoff. I just had to go to Donphan anyways because this is the best thing besides Roserade to have taken a fighting type move. So he knocks off my leftovers. I swear, Donphan never gets to keep them. But I didn't see any orb item, Life Orb, Flame Orb, Toxic Orb, so I know he's probably Assault Vest. So I go for a knockoff as he actually switches out to Latios, expecting probably for me to had gone for an Earthquake, and he'd avoid it and then be able to go for any move he wanted, and I'm not sturdy. But I actually knock off his Life Orb, knowing that he's not Specs, and he was able to switch up moves before, very powerful moves at that. Knocking off that and putting him in a range where Ice Shard should definitely kill was really nice, and he knows I probably am carrying Ice Shard. So he decides to go out into his Rotom Wash, which I'm guessing is defensive, but I don't know if we really ever get to see too much of the leftovers. I don't know when that came into play, or where I finally get to see the leftovers, because he keeps Volt Switching around, and he has to take the toxic damage on weird occasions and stuff. So I go out to Roserade because it was, probably besides Porygon 2, which I don't want to lure Conch Elder back out right now. The best thing to take a Volt Switch, Hydro Pump combination, scare him out. And he went to Latios, and that really scared me because I don't want to lose Roserade. There's no way I'm going to outspeed a Latios. Latios is way too damn fast for a timid Roserade. So I had to go to Porygon 2, and he has Psyshock, which was scary, but thank God I knocked off the Life Orb because that would have really been troublesome if he still had the Life Orb. But I recover. I know Conch Elder's coming. I can't really do anything about it. Even if I wanted to attack it, I'm still thinking it has Assault Vest, so I don't really want to deal with it. But he knows I'm going to switch out to Donphan, so he makes a really nice double switch here. He goes out to his Rotom Wash, which is really dangerous for me because I could potentially try and stay in and knock off. Now that I did see right there, it's leftovers. That would be nice, but I don't want to get burnt. I don't want to get Hydro Pumped killed automatically, and I really can't lose Donphan because I honestly need Donphan for Aegislash. But I go into Rose right here. He misses the Hydra, which does not matter whatsoever because you'll see that in a few turns anyways. But obviously that wouldn't have done too much to me. So, it really wouldn't have done too much to me. It's a defensive Rotom, and it's resisted, and my special defense is really naturally high, so it really wouldn't have done too much. And right here, I go for the Leech Seed, and he was going to switch out anyways, so that's the whole thing. And I get a Leech Seed off on this. I actually expected Aegislash to come in because I'm not carrying Shadow Ball. I actually did replace Toxic Spikes on the set with Shadow Ball the other day because I was figuring I need Shadow Ball more than Toxic Spikes. I never set up Toxic Spikes. And I do enjoy actually having Leech Seed on, so I'm going to keep it that and not make it like a choice set or something. But I'm like, okay, at this point, I'm back at my Sash. Whatever he's going to want to do, he can't really hurt me too much. I'm going to go for a Sludge Bomb. I actually get the Poison, which is nice, but it's not too much of a contributing factor to this thing's death because I outspeed it anyways, and I can just go for another one right here, so that's fine. And here comes a weird play. Now, I figure he can Roost or whatever, but I get a free switch into Blastoise, and I can get off a Mega Evolution. Unless he wants to attack me, which, whatever. He goes for a Foul Play but because I have no IVs in attack, because why would I? It's not going to do too much. And I figured also I can take anything that he wants to do, and I'll get Leech Seed Recovery, and I'll be back at the state I was before. Really, the main reason to go to Blastoise was just in case he wanted to go out to Aegislash, because then I could Mega and potentially try and get a burn off on it, which would be nice. But he just left Amanda Buzzin to die, so that's that. He goes out to Rotom Wash. I guess Volt Switch is pretty obvious. I'm going out to Roserade again because I feel this is the best thing to deal with Rotom Wash. And it does put him in a situation where he can go out to whatever he wants and deal with me. And I'm expecting Latios right here. But he actually goes out to his Charizard. And I'm like, well, I can't switch out because if he's X, which he most definitely is, and he Dragon Dances, that's going to be bad. So I decided to stay in and go for a Sludge Bomb on the off chance he gets greedy and wants to Dragon Dance. And then I can hit him. But I outspeed him, which is nice because that means he's an Adamant Charizard. So I will outspeed him naturally before he Mega Evolves because he doesn't get the speed boost on the first turn. I'm not even sure how Charizard's stats are when they Mega Evolve because I don't use them. I try and stay away from OU. But this is good because he got poisoned. I did a lot of damage, and he Flare Blitz, which means he did some recoil damage to himself too, which was extremely nice. And I go to not Mega Kangaskhan. I go to Kangaskhan here. It's running a Mega set, though I'm Life Orb because obviously Kangaskhan was banned, and I wasn't even going to use it anyways. I did actually replace Power Up Punch with Earthquake because it was probably just better. I kill him off with the Fake Out and gives him a free switch out into his Conch Elder, which is kind of annoying, but it's whatever at this point, I suppose. He goes for Drain Punch. I guess there's not really a reason for him not to. It's going to hurt Donphan when it comes in. And right here, I decided to go for a knockoff again. Earlier, it was to knock off the Itselfus, which I was assuming it had. And he had switched out, which was actually fairly great for me. But now I was at the point where I need to make sure I knock this thing's Itselfus off. Because Porygon 2 was not going to be able to do any damage to it if it still has it. And he's going to keep bringing it in on Porygon 2. That's the point here. So whenever I can get some damage off on him beforehand, like if he Volt Switches it into Conch Elder, he'd have to take a Tri-Attack, and that's going to hurt him more. So that was the whole game plan. I did lose Donphan. I got off an Earthquake, which was nice, and I did some nice damage to him, but Drain Punch is really kind of screwing me over here. But I go out to Kangaskhan. I figure, alright, I'll go for a Fake Out and then a Return combination and try and take out Conch Elder from that range. I figure it's not Double Edge, so it's not really that greatest. I really wish I had Double Edge on this. I would have went nuts. And I would have stayed in right here and had gone for the Double Edge, knocking out this Rotom Wash because Oh god, Kangaskhan is such a good Pokemon, especially when he's got Double Edge and Life Orb. Um, but hey, whatever, and he is toxic too as well, so that's nice. But I don't want to get burnt. I don't want to take a move, so I'm gonna have to Porygon 2 right here. As he does go for the Will-O-Wisp, I figure he probably had to for the safety of his Aegis Slash, pretty much, because his priority wouldn't bother me, and I can do scrappy stuff to it. So right here, he Pain Splits, which, oh man, I hated to see. I honestly kind of wish more of it was a Resto Chesto set, because they don't usually tend to carry that. They have the Resto Chesto, the electric water move, and then they have Will-O-Wisp or something. But yeah, I hate seeing Pain Split for Rotom. It's annoying because it's bulky, and then sometimes you just don't have the proper switch into it, which I really don't have because I lost Roserade. But I'm at this point where I kind of have to just stay in and try and deal with it. He gets a crit Hydro Pump, which it evens out the hacks in this game where he missed the Hydro Pump before, and I've been toxicking or poisoning his Pokemon with Sludge Bomb. But it pretty much just leads to the death of my Porygon 2. Well, it depends, because I would have been in a much more reasonable amount of HP where he would probably have been forced to have had gone for a Hydro Pump to kill me, and there was a chance that he could miss that, obviously, and a bunch of other stuff, but it's whatever at this point. So he Volt switches out. It's not double down. He knocks me out, and then he gets to go to something first. I decide go to my Scarfer, which is my Primeape at this point, and I'll just knock out Latios, or just U-turn. Figured Aegislash would come in. I really am waiting for this Aegislash to come in, but you're going to see later it actually has an item that he probably did not want to lose, so it's probably for the best for him. But go to my Kangaskhan here, because Fake Out priority flinch is pretty damn obvious. I'm going to use that to my advantage here on this, when I give him the Switch Initiative. So I figured Rotom was going to come out just to begin with, but he went into Conkeldurr, and I was like, alright, fine, I'll just fake out this, and then he went out to Rotom. I just kind of figured Rotom would have died that turn anyways. That's what I figured, but I figured he would just do that to begin with, I guess. I don't know. But he goes at the Aegislash at this point. I'm figuring I'm not going to be able to do too much, and I don't want to deal with him because I don't have Earthquake going for stance-changing King Shield. So, and there's also the fact that he can go for Sacred Sword, which he does right here as I switch out to my Blastoise. Finally get the Mega Evolution off, which before it would have been nice if I had gotten it off, because that Sacred Sword right there wouldn't have done nearly as much damage as it did. But it's whatever. It really doesn't come into play in the battle all too much anyways. So he King Shields right here, I guess scouting to see what I want to do. Because he did see Toxic before, which, if you're running an offensive Mega Blastoise, it's not a move you really want to be running on it. You want to run, I don't even know what's better. Is Water Pulse technically better than Hydro Pump, or is Hydro Pump still stronger? I feel like Hydro Pump still is stronger, so I'd run that. But then again, I can get the Confusion hacks and stuff. But I do go for a Scald here. I managed to get the burn on the Aegislash, which is really what I needed this Blastoise for. That's what I kept it around for, which is nice. And it worked out. It really did. But it turns out he's mixed, and he hits me with the Shadow Ball right there, which is going to hurt. Though I am especially defensive in Mega, it's still going to hurt, and it's much more of a threat now. And it did have a balloon before. If you did notice, I didn't really mention it. That's probably why he didn't want to lose it. It would be good for dealing with Kangaskhan if I had Earthquake or something. But he stance changes that other turn to go into defense form, so he can take the Scald and not die from it, and then retaliate with a move. He goes for a Sacred Sword. It was going to kill me nonetheless. That crit honestly did not matter. Even if he was burnt, it's an Aegislash. I think it's really damn strong. Probably one of... I like it. I do like it. I can't bring myself to use it. I don't know. So... right here, go to my Kangaskhan, and I figured, alright, I'll go for a Sucker Punch in case he goes for King Shield, because if he goes for King Shield, it's not an attacking move, and that means I can't attack it, which, if he wants to do that, I won't lower my attack or anything. But he decided just to go for a Sacred Sword, or probably Sacred Sword at that point. But He goes out to do Conk Elder here. I'm figuring, alright, I'll go for a return before he drain punches me. I'll die. He'll probably just maintain the same amount of HP. I don't really know, but it's down to one-on-one at this point, and I have Primeape, my fighting type, versus Conk Elder, his fighting type. Obviously, Primeape's usually outclassed here, but because of the range of HP was at, close combat was actually able to take him out, which was extremely nice. Because, you know, sometimes I kind of doubt my Pokemon because, you know, they're lower tiered for a reason. They're not the greatest. They're good, but they're just not, you know, Conk Elder, you know. So, that's the game. It was solid 1-0. I'm actually really happy I did decide to bring my guys, even though they're pretty much outclassed here. Except Porygon 2. Porygon 2 is just good everywhere, but I guess with all that said, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this battle. I think I actually did a pretty good job on this, not narrating in like a few weeks, and just kind of going back on it right now. This is like one take too. Wow. So I have some other stuff to record, and I'll probably be uploading that in the near future. Stick around for more. If you did enjoy this, please feel free to leave a like, comment, and or subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.